I still remember the first time I saw her. The woman in red. At first, she appeared like a stranger, just another face blending into the background of the crowded city streets. But soon, I realized she wasn't a stranger at all. She was me, or rather, she was the red me. My name is Clara Raymond, and this story is about how my life unraveled the day I discovered her. It was a rainy evening in London. I had just finished a long shift at the publishing house where I worked, and the streets were slick with silver reflections of streetlights. My umbrella had flipped inside out against the wind, and my clothes clung damply to my skin. I remember muttering under my breath, irritated and exhausted, when I caught sight of her. She was standing across the street, dressed in a crimson coat that clung perfectly to her frame. A hood covered most of her head, but even from the distance, I could see the familiar line of her jaw, the tilt of her head. She wasn't moving, just standing, watching me. I blinked, rubbed at my rain-streaked eyes, and when I looked again, she was gone. At the time, I thought nothing of it. Maybe she was just someone who resembled me, a trick of bad lighting, or my tired brain playing games. But deep inside, something unsettled me. A week later, I found her again. It happened when my friend Mia insisted on taking pictures of us at a cafe. Later that night, scrolling through my phone, I froze. In the reflection of the cafe's glass window, there was someone sitting behind me. She wore the same red coat. Her head tilted at the same angle I had seen before. Her face, my face, stared straight into the camera. But the strangest part? I remembered clearly that no one had been sitting at that table. I tried to tell myself it was a digital glitch, a double exposure. But the gnawing dread in my stomach refused to go away. The nightmares began shortly after. Every night, I dreamed of a long, dim hallway stretching endlessly. At the far end stood a figure in red. Her. Always her. She never moved, never spoke, but her presence suffocated me. Sometimes, I would wake to find red handprints smeared on my mirror, though I lived alone. Mia noticed the change in me. "Clara, you look pale. Are you sleeping at all?" she asked one afternoon. "I keep seeing her," I whispered. "Who?" "Myself. But not me. The red me." Mia laughed nervously, thinking I was joking. But I could tell by the tightness in her eyes that she was unsettled. One night, I returned home late, climbing the stairs to my flat. As I reached the landing, I froze. There she was. The woman in red stood at my door, her hand resting lightly on the knob. She turned slowly, and for the first time, I saw her face fully. It was my face. Every detail was the same, except her eyes. They glowed with an unnatural crimson light. "Who are you?" I managed to choke out. She smiled. My smile. Twisted. "I'm you," she said softly, her voice a mirror of mine. "I'm the red you, and I've come to take your place." Before I could move, she vanished, dissolving into the shadow. After that night, my life spiraled downward. I began losing hours, blocks of time I couldn't account for. My coworkers claimed they saw me leaving work early, even though I remembered staying late. Mia said I'd stood outside her apartment in the rain, staring at her window for hours. But I hadn't. Or at least, I didn't think I had. The final straw came when I found my wardrobe full of red clothing. Dresses, coats, gloves, all in the exact shade she wore. I had never bought them. Yet the receipts bore my name. It felt like my life was being rewritten, piece by piece. Desperate, I sought help from an old folklore professor, Dr. Ellis. He listened quietly as I explained, his expression grim. "What you're describing," he said, "is a doppelganger. In many cultures, seeing one's double is a death omen. But sometimes it's worse. The double doesn't just foreshadow death, it replaces you." "Replaces me?" I whispered. He nodded. "The red you isn't just an illusion. She's a reflection, born of your fears, regrets, or sins. If she succeeds, you'll vanish and she'll live in your place." I left his office trembling. The final confrontation came sooner than I expected. One evening, I woke up in a place I didn't recognize. A mirror stood before me, and in it, I saw her. She was wearing my clothes, speaking with my voice, living my life. And I was trapped on the other side, pounding against the glass as she smiled back. "You should rest now," she whispered. "I'll take it from here." My screams echoed in the emptiness, but no sound escaped. Epilogue, the new me. If you're hearing this, I need you to listen carefully. This is not Clara Raymond.
Clara is gone.
I am the red you.
And now,
I'm free. When I realized I was trapped inside the mirror, panic consumed me. The glass was cold beneath my fists as I pounded, trying to break through. My breath fogged up the surface, but beyond it, I could see her, living my life. The red you smiled, brushing her hair back exactly the way I did. She picked up my phone, answered messages from Mia, even laughed the way I laughed. It was like watching myself on stage, except I was the audience, gagged and bound in silence. The world around me inside the mirror was nothing but endless dark. No walls, no floor, no ceiling, just me and the glass. My reflection was no longer mine. She had stolen it. Don't fight, she mouthed at me. You've done enough. Let me be you. But how could I accept that? This was my life. Time had no meaning inside the mirror world, but I could still watch her. She began altering things in my life. My wardrobe turned entirely red, blouses, dresses, shoes, lipstick. She painted my nails crimson. Friends commented on how radiant I looked, but I could see the unease in their eyes. Mia especially seemed unsettled. Clara, you're different, Mia said one day. It's like you're glowing, but in a scary way. The red me just tilted her head and smiled. I feel better than ever. Her voice was honey, but her eyes, those unnatural red eyes, betrayed her. Mia shivered. She could sense the change, even if she didn't understand it.